Settle down now. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, and let the world around you soften. Tonight, we will set sail together. Not on any ordinary ocean, but upon the quiet, silver waters of imagination. Far beyond the hills, where the land grows still and the night air is cool, there flows a river unlike any other. By day, it looks like a simple stream, winding gently through meadows. But at night, when the stars rise and the moon casts its glow, the river transforms. Its surface shines as though liquid silver drifts across it. The current hums with a music too soft for words, and it calls to those who dare to dream. At the river's edge waits a small boat, not a fisherman's boat, nor a traveler's ferry, but something more delicate, more wondrous. Its hull is carved from polished wood, smooth and strong, yet its sails are not made of cloth. They are parchment vast, pale sheets, stitched together with golden thread. The boat rocks gently, as though waiting for someone to guide it. This is the ship of imagination. It cannot be steered with oars, nor pushed by wind alone. Instead, it moves with words whispered softly into the night. One evening, a child from a nearby village wandered to the riverbank. She had always been curious, her pockets filled with small treasure stones, shaped like hearts, feathers that glimmered in the sun, fragments of shells carried from faraway shores. But in her heart, she carried a longing for adventure, for stories that stretched beyond the borders of her little village. When she saw the glowing river and the strange little boat, her breath caught. The sails rustled softly, though there was no breeze, as if inviting her closer. She stepped carefully onto the deck, and the boat held her weight with ease, rocking gently. The parchment sails shimmered faintly, but they did not move. The ship drifted in place, waiting. The child frowned, puzzled. Then, faintly, she remembered a whisper she had once heard in an elder-esque tale. The ship of imagination sails only when given a word. She leaned forward, her lips close to the sails, and whispered a single word: adventure. At once, the sails swelled, catching a wind that was not of the world, but of her heart. The boat lifted, rising not only across the water, but above it, floating gently as though carried by invisible hands. The child gasped softly as the river stretched beneath her like a ribbon of light. The boat glided forward, smooth and steady. She whispered again, this time a different word: wonder. The sails brightened. The boat curved, leaving trails of golden ripples upon the water below. Ahead, the silver river widened, opening into a vast sea that shimmered with starlight. The child leaned over the edge, watching. In the waves, she saw shapes form in castles, rising and falling like reflections. Forests blooming, mountains unfolding. Each word she whispered brought new visions to life. Courage, she whispered, and from the sea rose a great figure of light, a knight holding a lantern that glowed like the sun. Joy, she whispered, and the water filled with laughter, little fish leaping in arcs of silver, splashing as though giggling. Hope, and in the distance, she saw islands appear, shores of golden sand, trees heavy with fruit that glowed like lanterns. The ship of imagination carried her onward, weaving dreams upon the waves. Time did not seem to matter here. The moon climbed high, the stars wheeled above, yet the child felt no weariness. She only felt wonder, and the quiet happiness of discovering that her words could shape the journey. But after many words, after many visions, she grew still. She rested her chin on the edge of the boat, gazing at the silver water. She whispered softly, almost to herself, home. The sails glowed gently. The ship turned, slow and steady, guiding itself back toward the silver river. The castles, forests, and islands faded into mist, leaving only the calm shimmer of the sea. The boat drifted until it reached the quiet stream once more, gliding back to the very spot where she had found it. Gently, it touched the riverbank. The child stepped off the boat, her feet sinking into the cool grass. She turned back. The ship of imagination rocked quietly, as though smiling at her, waiting for the next dreamer who might come. The sails, once glowing bright, dimmed to a soft shimmer, folding inward like a book closing at the end of a story. The child pressed her hand to her heart. She had not brought back treasures, or jewels, or strange artifacts. but she carried something more precious. The knowledge that with a single word, she could set sail anywhere. That within her, there was no limit to the journeys she could imagine. She whispered softly to the little boat, "Thank you." And the river carried the words away, as if storing them among its silver currents. From that night onward, whenever she felt small, or restless, or uncertain, she looked toward the glowing river and remembered. She knew she did not need to wait for sails of parchment or a boat of polished wood, for the ship was within her. Her words, her dreams, her imagination, they were the sails, the river, the sea, and each time she closed her eyes, she could whisper a word and begin again. And now, dreamer, as you rest, imagine yourself by that glowing river. Picture the ship of imagination waiting for you, its parchment sails ready, its deck quiet, its journey unwritten. Step aboard, whisper your word. It may be peace, it may be wonder, it may be any word that carries your heart. Watch as the sails rise, catching the wind of your own imagination. Feel the boat glide forward, carrying you into dream. The ship of imagination belongs to you, and tonight, it will sail wherever you wish to go. Good night.